Driving while using your cellular device, is it worth it or not? I will be talking about how cellular usage in the US, how much cellular usage there is in the US while driving, and safer ways to use cellular devices when driving, and the consequences of driving while using a cellular device while driving as well. 1 second. 1 second is all it takes for you to turn off your device. But it also takes 1 second for you to be distracted and cause an accident. Knowing how technology is constantly evolving and there are many safer ways of using cellular devices while driving, one of them is just simply turning them off. Cellular usage in the US while driving is actually very common, especially among teenagers. Uh, Most teenagers are usually texting while driving, or they get distracted by the notifications or music they're using. Sometimes the technology implemented in order to mitigate the usage of our cellular devices isn't as effective as turning off our cell phones. It just lowers the risk of us committing errors while driving. According to uh, uh, the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, an article from the from an article it's an article from cellular phone use and texting while driving laws by Amanda Essex. They state that 48 out of the 50 states in the United States have banned texting and driving, especially for those who are 18 or younger. 20 of the 50 states have banned handheld devices, handheld, cell phone, handheld device from pretty much while driving. So if an officer or anybody sees you on your cell phone while you're driving, um, they can pretty much get you in trouble. And out of these two uh, policies, both California implements them. So if you're holding your device while driving, just hope someone or an officer doesn't see you. There are also safer ways of using a cellular device. Um, One of them being using a phone mount. Phone mounts are usually put in spots where your eye leveled with with your with the windshield, so there's less distraction of you moving your eyes up and down from your center console. Also, vehicles nowadays are implementing many new infotainment systems that come with GPS and Bluetooth connection, where you could connect your cell phones and lower the risk of you being distracted from using your cell phone. There are also aftermarket devices and attachments that you can buy, like phone mounts and Bluetooth connectors for older vehicles. And nowadays, you can buy a device called Alexa, so you don't have to use your hands to as a distraction. It lowers your distraction by not using your hands, so you're using the voice commands. 1 second. the choice of either turning off your device or risking your life or someone else's. Taking your eyes off the road is common if you're using your cell phone. According to the CDC, an article, if you take your eyes off, usually when you get a notification, you take off your eyes for an estimate of 5 seconds. And if you're driving 55 miles per hour and 1 second, that is equal to an entire football field. According to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, the Research Institute, cell phone use behind the wheel reduces the amount of brain activity associated with driving by 37%, pardon me. Um, in the state of California, if an officer pulls you over for texting or using your cellular device while driving, you can be fined from $150 to $250, according to an article by Michonne. The article is named "Cell Phones and Driving in California," and by the year 2021, uh, California is looking to implement uh, um, a policy where if you have a certain amount of citations or fines for this cellular devices while driving, using a cellular device while driving, they can start implementing points on your license. And if you have a certain amount of points on your license, you could be stripped of your license to operate your vehicle or suspended. My experience as a cyclist, I'm always aware of my surroundings. I never use my cellular device, and I always see one person or multiple people while riding using their cell phones, and they're always distracted. Once I saw this person uh, driving, and they stopped at a stoplight, say the same stoplight I stopped at, and when the light turned green for them, they didn't even notice, and the light was green for a full straight 5 minutes. So ask yourself, after it has happened, was it worth it that 1 second? Whether or not you were in the situation of getting in an accident or not, just ask yourself, was it worth it? Thank you.